Hey, hello. My name is Mitesh Patekar, and I'm a cloud application development consultant at 10th Magnitude, and I'm responsible for building applications in cloud, so especially on Azure. And we are building applications which are like building backend solutions for IoT. So it comes like IoT Hub, then Stream Analytics, and its connection to Power BI. So we built IoT Hub solutions. Last month in March, we had a meetup where I walked through some of the steps of how you can build a perfect IoT solution in Azure. So it was we discussed IoT Hub, then Stream Analytics, and then its connection to a Power BI real-time dashboard. So if you have any questions related to that, please contact me. So my email address is mpatekar@10thmagnitude.com, and my Twitter handle is Mitesh Patekar. So you can contact me anytime. So let's get started. So this agenda, we're gonna discuss what is IoT. So how do you implement IoT in, how do you implement IoT? Then you have Azure IoT. I'm gonna explain you how IoT works in Azure. Then there are services in Azure IoT like IoT Hub, Stream Analytics, and Power BI. Then I'm gonna show you a demo which will show you how you can connect these things together to build a backend solution. So, all right. So, what is the Internet of Things? So now, probably everyone here might be aware of this term, and it's like a trending buzz word, which is like getting bigger and bigger. So Internet of Things is nothing but we have like objects. We have objects, and which they communicate with each other. So like it can be any object, it can be anything. It's around you and it's connected to the internet. So like for example, you have a watch and you have a smartwatch, and it detects how many, like smartwatch generally detects how many steps you're walking, and then it sends the data to the cloud. So we have, like, consider another example like a washing machine. You can set your Internet of Things at home with these things like refrigeration. Then you have tap to collect the water information. So all these terms, all these things which are like out there, which you use daily, can be connected to the internet. So rather than your phone or your like computer or tablet, you have all these things which communicate with each other and which are connected to the internet. I can say it's like an Internet of Everything, like a term which is also coming up. So this is how, like, you have all these things connected. So imagine you have a chair, and you can also imagine the chair in which you are sitting now. It can act as a smart chair, and you can come up with numerous ideas to have like these things to be connected to the internet. So you can have a collection of smart things around you. That's like a basic term of what's IoT. Then how do you implement IoT? So the normal process is like when you implement IoT, you need a sensor or a device. So a device can be anything around you, like I mentioned, a watch. So I mean, the device should be in such a way that it acts as a sensor, it collects information, and it should be ready to be transferred to the cloud. So the way I mean it's transferred is a device. Normally, a device doesn't have that ability to connect to the internet directly. So we have like a gateway. So the next thing is IoT gateway. So when you have a gateway, you connect your device to the gateway, and that connects to the internet. So suppose you have a device which has the direct ability to connect to the internet, you can directly connect your device to the internet. Otherwise, you have to connect a gateway. So what gateway does is it does two things. Like it has the ability to transform your data from your device to cloud, and also it acts as a protocol transformation thing. So many devices, they use different kind of protocols to connect. So and this gateway acts as a protocol transformation. So it takes your connectivity from the device and it transfers it to the cloud, which is another protocol which we use in Azure. So consider an example like now there are like smart health watches, and they are normally connected through your phone. So your phone can act as a gateway in this. So you have a device and it connects to your phone, and your phone sends your information to the cloud. So this is how the concept of gateway works here. Then yeah, after you have a gateway, then you have to store the data. Yeah, like you collect data from your sensor or device, and you have to store that data somewhere in cloud. So you have cloud storage for that. So for cloud storage, you need some kind of a place where you can store your data. And as there are like number of events or number of devices coming into picture, you should have a scalable cloud architecture. Like you should have a storage which can scale at any moment, or the way you want to retain your data. That's how storage works here. And yeah, you have data and analytics. So now you have to process your data out of this like cloud storage. So you have to stream out data, meaningful information, and show it to the user in a form of a dashboard, or like you can customize your own way of looking towards it. And then I mean, you can show it to your customers, like how you can make decisions out of that dashboard with these devices. Now, how do you do this? How do you like build a IoT solution in cloud? So don't worry, we have Microsoft Azure for you. Now Azure provides a lot of services which will help you build this cloud IoT solution. So we have IoT Hub, we have Stream Analytics, we have Power BI. So the way this architecture works is you have these devices, like the device connectivity. You have IP capable devices, which I mentioned, like they have the ability to connect to cloud directly using internet. Then if you don't have that, you have a gateway which comes into picture, and it has the protocols and everything which you can connect to the cloud. And in the middle portion, you have a data processing analytics. So you take that meaningful information out of the stream which is flowing through, like the events are coming up into the cloud, various devices are throwing information. You can connect these data processing analytics to it, and you can grab that information, and then you can forward that information to the to ahead to like a dashboard, or you can show it, customize it, and throw it to a storage or anywhere you want to store that information. So let's dive into what's IoT Hub is. Now, IoT Hub is a message ingestion service. So now there are like devices, like there are millions of devices which are out there, and they want to throw messages into cloud. So IoT Hub acts as a connector between your devices and cloud. So it enables communication between your device and cloud. So now there's a stream, like there's a IoT Hub pipeline, and there are devices which are throwing messages into it. And IoT Hub has the ability to connect to millions of devices at the same time. Then yeah, it connects your device to cloud. It has that ability to connect millions of messages at the same time. Then it enables bidirectional communication. What it means is, like you can, like there are devices which are communicating to the cloud, and there are instances where we want cloud to communicate with the device. Like you need to configure a device through some commands from the cloud. You can do that using IoT Hub. And you also have device identity. So each and every device which is out there should be, when it connects to the cloud, it should have some kind of an identity. So we know that, okay, this device has the right to connect, and it can send messages. So we provide a key and a name associated with it. So I'll show you how that works in my demo. So when the device connects, it establishes uh, some kind of security mechanism which knows that, okay, IoT Hub knows this device is coming, and it has the right to send messages and communicate with the cloud. So this feature is really important in IoT Hub. Now, the next thing is we have stream analytics. So, like after IoT Hub, you have stream analytics coming into picture. So now, as messages are flowing into pipeline, we need some kind of an event processor which will grab these messages and take some meaningful information out of it. So, like stream analytics is like is you it queries data from your pipeline. Like IoT Hub, it's kind of a pipeline, and like when messages are inflowing, you have to query, okay, now select some average data out of these out of the messages you're getting, and it helps, it acts as a connector between your IoT Hub and your dashboard. Like you want to show the output in some kind of a dashboard. So we can have input as an IoT Hub for the stream analytics, and then we have output as a Power BI. There are like multiple other you can use. Like there are different storage. You can connect your stream analytics to your storage, or you can connect to any other service in Azure, or you can customize. You can build your own storage, and you can customize that data from that storage. That's the overall thing, like how stream analytics works. I'm going to show you the demo of how this overall like things, stream analytics and IoT Hub, you can connect in Azure. That's the next thing which you can do. All right, now after stream analytics, we have Power BI. Now it's a really important. I can say Microsoft has brought this BI solution, which can help you build some awesome dashboards for you, which you can analyze the data. You can make some decisions out of the data you're collecting, and it enables you, like there are devices which are throwing, and you know, okay, I'm getting this amount of data from these devices, and you can show it in form of a dashboard in Power BI. And you can build however you want the data dashboard. Like you have devices, then you have location information from where the device information is coming from. You can show it in form of a dashboard. So this is a new Azure portal. Is anyone familiar with the Azure portal? New familiar, like, okay, good. So we have a one classic old portal, and we have new Azure portal. So we have to create, the first thing when we have to start implementing IoT is you have to create an IoT Hub in Azure. It's a service. It's a, as we mentioned, it's a PaaS service, and the way you can create it is you can go on, type IoT Hub. You can type in a name, any name. There are different pricing tiers, so I'm gonna choose the default one. Depends on how much you want, how much data you're collecting, and the pricing tier depends on this. Even units, you can decide. Now it's just a sample thing, so I'm gonna have one device, one unit. Then partitions, I'm gonna keep it default. You have resource group. Resource group is a term where you can have one resource group, and you can have all the services coming under one resource group. So it can have one location, so you don't have to. It binds all your Azure services in one resource group. Location West US. So this will create an IoT Hub for you. Now the next step is you want to create an Azure Stream Analytics. We can start with that. it redirects me to the old classic portal because new portal doesn't have that UI to support stream analytics. It is stream. I'm gonna choose West US because I have my IoT Hub on West US location. So you have to make sure that all these services are like coming under one resource group and one location, so it doesn't have that network bandwidth issues. I'm gonna create a new storage account for this. Stream. Oops. This will create a new stream analytics job for you. We have to see whether we have IoT Hub created for us. Oh, okay, we have our IoT Hubs created for us. Now the next thing is we have to register our device into this IoT Hub. The way we do it is generally we have one program which is like deployed on a device, and then when we run that program, it will send the device information to the IoT Hub. So we have to capture the IoT like connection string, IoT Hub connection string, or whatever it has. So like we have a connection string here. So I have this device identity program. Now when you run this program from the device, now this we don't have a device right now, so my machine is a device. So we get an ID. So with this ID you can generally communicate with the IoT Hub. So you have to store it somewhere to use it for further things. Now you have registered your device. So basically you can see the device, you should see the device which is registered here. Yeah, we have one device registered, you can see it here. Now next thing is you want to send some messages from that device to the IoT Hub. So we have another solution which is kind of deployed on that device, and you can send messages to IoT Hub.
So if I'm like a widget manufacturer, first time my widget turns on and dials in, is that supposed to like an API to get a device ID, or should I have a manufacturer have to register it before?
The thing is, how this works is when you have a device, the way it works currently in Azure IoT is you should have a gateway. So your device is not directly connected to the it doesn't has the OS or something, so which you can deploy your solution. So suppose I take an example of a Raspberry Pi. So your device is connected to the Raspberry Pi and you deploy your solution to the Raspberry Pi. So the device sends the information to Raspberry Pi, and then that device has the ability, you deploy this solution, and that data is sent to the Azure IoT Hub from that device. So the way this communication works is this way. So you have that device registered on this IoT Hub. So I'll show you now how you can. So this is an example. It's a sample code where you have an device entity. Like I have a sensor here, and it sends. It has some pumps. So it sends pump information, like how much like water is emitted by the pump. So this is just a sample thing. This is just an entity which I'm gonna send to IoT Hub for processing. So first thing you need to do is you'll have to configure your IoT device. So you have to copy all the host name.
Hey Mitesh,
Hey,
could you change your theme to light?
is it too black? It's not visible?
Or the other lights.
So with this key, you have that key. We can copy this into our configuration, so we can send messages from this device.
Hey Mitesh, as you're putting this together, can you use, could somebody use a configuration management utility like Chef to just set all of this stuff up and then roll it out to all their devices? So for instance, if you're buying 500 devices of one model, you set up all the messaging, and then later down the line you expand, you have an additional 500. Would a configuration utility allow you just to roll that all out in one batch?
So the way this will work is you have all these like two programs which are like created differently. You can have all these in one like solution. So when you deploy this solution, you can, as soon as you get the device ID, you can use that device ID to communicate, to send messages.
Okay.
So it can be a part of one solution. Now I have like two solutions because like this is just a sample I created, and when you deploy this solution to a device, you will have that configuration all in one program. So you don't have to manually do this process of changing these keys. So when you run this, now this is a simulated device, and you can see there are like messages which are like sent from the device, and this is the window which will show you that IoT Hub is receiving these messages. So let's stop this now. Now these messages are like now sent to the IoT Hub. We need Azure Stream Analytics to take these messages and transfer it to a meaningful information. So we can now go on and set up Azure Stream Analytics for this. So it's we have this created now. Then we can provide input as an IoT Hub which we just created. So here you have three options. You have Event Hub, you have blob storage, and now this is new IoT Hub which we can add as an input to Stream Analytics. And give some meaningful information. Alright, it automatically detects the IoT Hub which are created in your current subscription. So we just created IoT Hub Meetup. Then we'll keep everything default. Can go on to create. So this will create an input The next step is adding an output. So when we get this information from Stream Analytics, we have to store it somewhere in the form of an output. So we have to add an output. So you have this many options. So you have SQL database, you have blob storage, you have Event Hub. For this demo, I'm going to show you how you can store this information in Power BI. Data set, anything you can name. Table. So you have added an output now. Next thing is you have to query this data. So here is that thing where you can query, you can write queries in Stream Analytics. So you can take your output name, it's IoT output Meetup. You can write it here. What's the name of our...
How different is this query versus TC?
It's kind of like same thing which you have in SQL.
Okay.
The generally syntax is you have select and some maybe for complex queries you have joins. In here you have one more thing which is the concept of window. So now as there are like many messages coming in, you don't have to take each and every piece of message, because the data is so huge that you have to take just an aggregated form of that data. So you don't have to collect each and every part of message. So now like there are suppose 10 devices sending messages per second. You don't have to collect all those messages. You can just collect it in a window. So there's a concept called tumbling window in here, so which will allow you to take data from that window of 5 seconds or maybe whatever you window you want, like 1 minute or like 2 minutes something.
So you stream some of it and then the remainder you just put in your blob storage then?
Yes. So this now the output which I have given now is Power BI. So the way this works is now it stores in a blob storage, and Power BI connects to the blob storage to get that data sets to show in the form of a dashboard. You can also store it directly into some SQL server, or you can store it into any other like a blob storage. You don't have to always connect to Power BI. There are options.
So do all the messages end up in some blob storage, or only some of it?
Yeah, so remember while creating a Stream Analytics, we created one storage account.
So they're all going.
Yeah, so all messages, those are like filtered, they will go into blob storage. So now we can group by this into a form of a tumbling window to take only messages from that window. So we are selecting this information, we are taking outputting into the output, and then we have this IoT Hub as an input, and we are taking into the window of like a span of like seconds, 5 seconds. Alright, can start the Stream Analytics now. So when the stream it is like a job. So when the Stream Analytics starts, it runs continuously and it checks the IoT Hub for messages. So we have some messages which are there in IoT Hub now. It's still starting.
So are there certain gateways that already exist to connect to IoT Hub?
No.
Standard ones that you would normally use, or?
So for IoT Hub, they have a, I mean, it's like a protocol they use. Do you know AMQP? It's message queuing protocol. So that is used by that gateway. So when now there are devices which have different protocols. They can connect either through Wi-Fi or through some like a Bluetooth, or they have MQTT. If I'm not wrong, that's the name of that protocol. So the gateway transfers that protocol to the protocol which supports an IoT hub. So this is how this works. It's still starting. Team analytics is running now. Now we can again send messages to the cloud, to the IoT hub. So this stream analytics which is running, it will take the query which we have written, it will take that information from IoT hub and it will post it to Power BI dashboard. So this is my Power BI, and currently we don't see any data sets here. There are some like previous data sets, but the one which we have set right now, it will be automatically created when we run this program. So when you are like sending now messages to the IoT hub now, okay, let's see if the data sets is created. Alright, we have a new data set here in Power BI. So with Power BI, you can easily create reports. You can have like different kind of you have different kind of options there to create. So like bar charts or the location. So it has a pretty. You can easily build dashboards in Power BI, basically. All right, yeah, we have the messages now. So it should create the data set here again. Yes, we have it. Yeah, I guess we have the information now. So it's just a drag and drop where you can create reports. So we have this information for average water in gallons, and that's the time. You can modify this to show it in form of like a line chart, or okay, I have to select this into values. So this is the way showing in the form of a line chart. Now you can pin this. You can create a report. Power BI has the ability to show live dashboard. So live data, when the data is moving in live, you can directly see the live thing moving into a dashboard. So I think we should see the moving data here. It's still running. Can send the messages again. So it's can see the messages, but as the events are too many, it's like kind of throwing it here. We also can show you how you can edit this report to get some other information, like you have maybe city from the device, the location from where it's coming from. So in the sample data I've given this cities. You can also have the pump information, which pump is sending how much water. This is how you can create and modify. Yeah, so we come to know that which device is like consuming more water or like that stuff, so you can generally see that information right here. You can pin this everything to your dashboard. This is a report and you have a dashboard here where you can generally pin here. Has the ability to, you can see the dashboard here. Save. We have the information here. So you can see it's moving live. So now data is still coming in and you can see how the data is moving here. So it's pretty awesome feature. You can see the live information here on the dashboard.
What's the refresh rate?
Refresh rate, not sure what Power BI has, but now as you can see we have set a tumbling window of 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds it's sending Stream Analytics is sending data to Power BI. So as soon as it gets the data, it refreshes. Yeah. So pretty awesome.
How do you share this dashboard with other people?
So you have a thing called share here. So you can type in email addresses where you can share this dashboard with any customer. So previously when Power BI initially came, they had one limitation, like you can share this dashboard only with your organizational accounts, but now you can share it to people from other organizations. So generally we have clients which are from the other org accounts, so we had problems sharing these dashboards. Now we have, I mean, Microsoft has this new update which will allow you to share across multiple organizations.
So what will they get? Just a link to that?
Yeah, they will get a link. They will get a link which they will redirect to the Power BI, this portal, and they can only see this dashboard.
So can that be parameterized? Could you just have one dashboard, and if you wanted, like, Pittsburgh and Dallas to be two different customers, and Pittsburgh can only see Pittsburgh's data and Dallas can only see Dallas's data, would you have to create two dashboards?
Yeah, we will have to. Now this is one dashboard. So if you share this with the person, I mean, he can see this. But if you want to like show information, you'll have to create two different dashboards. Or you can have a filter thing, you can add a filter here, like Dallas or Pittsburgh. So if they want to see the data which is related to Dallas, they can show you that.
But then they can also see Pittsburgh data.
Yeah, they can see. Yeah, they can see the Pittsburgh data as well.
There's no way to pass the credentials through the query at all?
No, you'll have to like data sets is just one here. So what you can do is you can create two data sets, and you can have different like data sets which is pointing to Pittsburgh or like Dallas. So you can have two different data sets, and you can have you can share that each thing to that user. So if you want to see only Dallas data, you can see only Dallas thing. So it moves automatically when you can see Love Pompeii is having this much, or maybe it's Los Angeles, Chicago. So it shows you. This dashboard is pretty cool. You can make decisions out of it. You can see how much water is used by this pump. If that's violating the rule, you can simply check it on dashboard.
Do you have any insight into, so right now, this is all coming from a single device?
Like a single device, you mean?
It's essentially all coming from your one.
Yeah, it's coming from one device.
Do you know which device it came from, or would it have had to have sent an ID with the data?
So the way this will work is when you can have a device ID entity with or a device name. There are two entities, device name and a key. So you can have that device name and you can even send that information along with, I mean, generally the device, when it sends information, it sends its device name. So you can have that into your query, and you can use that query to get the device name, and in your data set you can have that option to like a device name, and then you can filter based on that. So instead of like pumps here, you can have device 1, maybe device 2, device 3. So you have differentiation.
So the device name is something that the device is typically sending.
Yes.
But the key is built into.
Yeah, key is built into IoT Hub. That's.
Okay.
I mean, we are not supposed to like show that key to anyone. And yeah, so I will tell you one more thing. Just forgot. Yeah, you can have filters on the devices. You can add filters here. I can show you how you can add filters here. So if you want to check which device is violating, you can set a threshold here. You can set, suppose your threshold is 12. You can, right, so you have a list here which shows you which devices have this rate which is greater than 12. So you can set the threshold right into this dashboard itself. You can have a list of things.
Can you select time windows?
Yeah, we can bring time in here also.
I mean, can you like zoom in on the line chart at all?
Okay.
Like a region?
This one?
You know, like on Google Finance, you can zoom in and zoom out of time windows on the line chart.
Oh, or like this thing you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can, if you point the cursor, you can see the for that time. So average water, you can see what time was that. Also, this has one good feature where you can ask questions directly to the dashboard. So I'll show you one nice thing. So you can see, you can ask questions. Show me the average water in gallon. So it will show you the average water in gallon for every device. Then for maybe Chicago, you can see for Chicago. So you can ask questions directly to the dashboard with this feature. So it's a really cool feature where you want to ask like question directly to the dashboard to see, okay, which devices, which location has the maximum consumption. You can directly ask. Even there's a feature like Cortana Analytics. It's integrated here, and you can directly talk with your machine, and you can ask show me the average water in gallon in this location in Chicago and Dallas. That's a really pretty cool thing about Power BI. Any questions? We can split up, and maybe you can, if you have any further questions, we can generally talk in detail. So I think you're enjoying your beer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much.